Colorado High School Activities Association Baseball is on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Today from Strasburg High School, it's a Patriot League clash as the Brush Bee Diggers take on the Strasburg Indians, underway just a few minutes early. Alec Peterson on a 2-1 pitch grounded out to short, and here's Arnoldo Maltos Garcia with a fastball down and away. Ryan Hirschfeld will bat third. Kyle Rosenbrock is in the fourth position against the right-hander Tyler Schultz. Opening pitch today brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Let the State Farm Insurance office of Greg Mullen and Brush help you find the best policy to fit your life. Home, auto, life, and health. State Farm Insurance is there for you and your family. Give Greg Mullen a call, 842-4555. Bee Digger starting lineup brought to you by Hometown Service and a Higher Plain, High Plains Bank. And Wiggins is the sponsor. 502 Central Avenue for assistance in opening a loan, equity line of credit, or checking account. See what over a century of customer service can do for you at High Plains Bank and Wiggins. The next two pitches are fouled off by Maltos Garcia, 1 and 2. Kyle Rosenbrock, the shortstop, is the cleanup hitter. Oscar Soto, the DH, bats fifth. Nico Guzman in center hits sixth. Mikey Gutierrez, the third baseman, bats seventh. And then B.J. Hirschfeld, the second baseman, hits eighth. And Zane Fow in right bats ninth. 1-2. Swung on. That ball is lifted into foul territory on the right side. Giving chase in front of the dugout and making the catch is the Strasburg first baseman, Matt Bustos, and there's two down. The Bee Diggers come into this game with a record of 6-1. Strasburg at 3-4. Defensively for Strasburg, Bustos at first, Logan Huser at second, Tanner Fahey's at third, Logan Leclerc's a shortstop. Around the outfield, Richard Grasser in left, Cole Shoemate in center, Cameron Adams in right. The pitch up and away behind the plate is T.J. Franklin, and Tyler Schultz already has retired the first two hitters. And the 1-0 in the dirt with a fastball, 2 balls and no strikes. Bee Diggers have not played here in 3 years when they lost 6-4. They've won each of the last 2 years in Brush. 2-0 in the dirt as well, 3-0. Bee Diggers in their gray uniforms. Strasburg in their reds with the black Indians etched across their chests and the white pants. For head coach Darryl Dodge, Bee Diggers coached by Mark Muniz, 3-0. Right there for a strike down the middle just above the knees. And the count is at 3-1. You can follow us at KSIRsports.com. Click on the link for today's game, a pitch-by-pitch account, or on Twitter and Facebook at KSIR Sports for half-inning updates. Swung on, driven deep and foul off to the left. Count moves to 3-2 for Ryan Hirschfeld. Hirschfeld has homered twice this week, actually 3 times. 3-run homer on Monday against Fort Morgan and 2 home runs against Yuma on Thursday. The pitch swung on and lined into left field. That's a base hit on the slow breaking ball. And Hirschfeld has a 2-out single for the Bee Diggers. And that'll send up Kyle Rosenbrock, who has homered in 3 consecutive games. A grand slam against the Mustangs on Monday. 2-run homer against Resurrection Christian on Wednesday. And then Thursday, a solo home run. All victories for the Bee Diggers. The stretch by Schultz. Throw back to first, back in standing is Hirschfeld. With 2 down in the top of the first inning, Bee Diggers looking to get on the board. The stretch by the right-hander Schultz. Short lead at first. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. On a ball tailing away. It's no balls and 1 strike. This is an all-clay infield in Strasburg. 345 straight away. 285 down the left field line. 305 down the right field line. The pitch. Swing and a miss again. Took something off it. It's 0-2. Out in front was Rosenbrock. So this is definitely a hitter-friendly park. These dimensions are very, very hitter-friendly. Throw back to first again. Hirschfeld back in standing. No balls, 2 strikes. The stretch by Schultz. And the offering. Swing and a miss and a ball tailing away, and Rosenbrock strikes out on 3 pitches. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. Let's head to the bottom of the first inning. The Bee Diggers do not score, and Strasburg is coming to bat. This is 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Let's head to the bottom of the first inning. And we'll set you up momentarily with the Strasburg starting lineup. Against right-hander Arnoldo Baby Maltos Garcia. The Beat Diggers defensively, before we get to the starting lineup, have got Ryan Hirschfeld at first. Second baseman is B.J. Hirschfeld. Over at third is Mikey Gutierrez. Kyle Rosenbrock's at short. In left field, it's Grayson Simmons. Nico Guzman in center. Over and right, it's Zane Fowl. Alec Peterson is behind the plate. And here's your starting lineup for Strasburg. Batting first is the second baseman, Logan Huser. The shortstop, Logan LeClaire, hits second. Batting third is the catcher, T.J. Franklin. Tanner Fahey, the third baseman, is the cleanup hitter. Batting fifth is the first baseman, Matt Bustos. The center fielder, Cole Shoemate, hits sixth. Richard Grasser in left bats seventh. The pitcher, Tyler Schultz, hits eighth. And Cameron Adams in right field will hit ninth. Against the right-hander, Maltos Garcia. Starting the Patriot League opener on the hill. Let's see how effective he's going to be. This is a pressure game considering it's a league opener. They go with a sophomore here. Righty against righty. Line and pitch. Swag and a miss on a fastball. It's 0-1. To Logan Huser. Wine and offering. Breaking ball is behind him. 1 ball and 1 strike. The Beat Diggers did not score in the top of the first. They had a Ryan Hirschfeld single, and that was it. And the offering. Fastball is down and away. Ball 2, strike 1. You want your vehicle and farm equipment to be in top shape, so make sure you take care of them. Purchase the best quality parts and accessories at great prices at your local Napa store, Central Auto Parts in Fort Morgan. Swing and a miss on a fastball at the letters. That levels the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Peterson lays down the sign. Maltos Garcia delivers. Fastball is high. And that draws the count to 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Logan Huser. And the pitch, that's very high. And Maltos Garcia walks the opening hitter in the bottom of the first on 6 pitches. That'll bring up Logan LeClaire. Another right-handed hitter for the Indians. Maltos Garcia stretches. Short lead at first. And the pitch. Swing and a miss and a fastball. The count goes to 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 on, nobody out in the bottom of the first inning. Scoreless in Strasburg between the Beat Diggers and the Indians in this Patriot League opener. Short lead at first for Huser. Maltos Garcia at the belt. And squaring to bunt. It's a pitch out. Throw back to first. They've got the runner caught. Now the throw to second. And running back is Rosenbrock. Back towards the runner. He's going to tag him out. And that'll be a pickoff. The pickoff will go 2 to 3 to 6, eliminating Huser. And here's Logan LeClaire with a 1-1 count now, and the base is empty. Great call by the Beat Diggers as Peterson read it perfectly. And the offering. Fastball is up and in. Well, when his brother Arturo pitched for 3 years, his sophomore year was the one he struggled with the most because he was so young. He had a live arm, but struggled with control at times. Swing and a miss, took something off it. 2-2. So it certainly would be understandable considering Baby's youth if he struggles a little bit with a strike zone. But his mechanics are very good. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Logan LeClaire awaits the pitch. Here it is. Very high. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing early is that his balls are missing high. not necessarily low, and that's a lack of a follow-through. 3-2. The second straight hitter in this lineup. And the pitch, not even close, up and in. Second consecutive batter that Matos Garcia's walked on a full count. But they picked off the opening hitter, Huser. Here's T.J. Franklin, right-handed hitting catcher. And sometimes the release is a little bit different at times. Arm angles. So Franklin steps in. And a very, very short lead at first for LeClaire. Matos is going to come home, I'm sure. There's no lead there. The pitch. And the breaking ball hit him on the left leg. Well, if Baby can get through the first inning, perhaps he'll settle down. Tanner Fahey will now hit. Big, strong right-handed hitter. This is the cleanup hitter, and this is what a cleanup hitter normally looks like in a lineup. First and second with one out. Matos Garcia has yet to retire a hitter as the first hitter was picked off. The stretch. Looking back. Pitch to Fahey. Boy, very high. Through the glove of Peterson. Ricochets. Picks it up, but he's got no throw. That'll be a wild pitch. Yeah, everything is high. And as a result, Strasburg is threatening already without doing anything. Just taking pitches. 1 ball, no strikes, with no score in the bottom of the first inning. The stretch by Matos Garcia. And the offering. Curveball is lifted high into right center field. That's going to be a long run. That one might drop. That ball is going to drop for a base hit. And the throw is going to be cut off. The runner at second, Franklin, had to hold. But scoring on the play is LeClaire. On the pop fly single by Fahey, Strasburg leads by a score of 1-0. That'll be first and second for the right-handed hitting first baseman, Matt Bustos. The stretch by Matos Garcia. Looks back. And the pitch. Fastball is a strike. Belt high. It's 0-1. Well, he's ahead of the count. Now he's got to stay ahead in the count. Major control here problems, and there's a swing and a fly ball into right field. Zane Fow is under it. Makes the catch. The runners have to hold. And no, going to third now. Taking off there from second base was Franklin. I thought he was going to bluff, and he didn't bluff. He took off. So there's 2 down, but runners now at the corners. After Franklin was very aggressive on the bases, here's Cole Shoemate. The sixth place hitter also hitting for the right side. Well, 1 run allowed would be pretty beneficial considering it's been a struggle for Arturo in this inning. The stretch. And the offering. Low and away with a heater. 1 ball and no strikes. The stretch. And the pitch. Down and away. 2-0. 18 pitches thrown by Baby. Only 6 for strikes, but he's only down 1-0 despite all the struggles. At third is Franklin. Fahey at first. And the 2-0. That's down and away. Richard Grasser's on deck. He would hit with the bases loaded if Baby Matos Garcia cannot throw a strike on this pitch. A pop fly single by Fahey has scored the game's first run. The pitch right there for a strike down the middle at the knees. 3-1. Three balls and 1 strike. The stretch. And the offering. Swinging a foul to the screen. 3-2. Yeah, when you're on a visiting hill, you got to get comfortable with the rubber, with the mound, and it's pretty obvious that Matos Garcia is going to take some time before he is completely comfortable. 3-2 with the runners taking their leads out of the stretch. And the offering, very high, not even close. That is the third walk he's issued in the inning. And he's also hit a batter. Richard Grasser now hits with the bases loaded and 2 down in the bottom of the first, and the Indians leading 1-0. Only 8 strikes and 22 pitches thrown by Matos Garcia, and yet he could escape with only a 1-0 deficit here after 1 if he retires Grasser. And the pitch, fastball, is just a little bit up and away. 1 ball, no strikes. Now, there'll be a visit to the hill here if he can't retire this hitter. They got to settle him down. Looks back, and the 1-0. There it is, right there, outside corner for a strike. He threw a BB. 1-1. If you're tired of the same old lunch and dinner menu, switch it up, pick up something new for the hot and cold deli selection, Stubbs Gas and Oil. And Wiggins, the pitch. Swag, and a miss, and a fastball tailing away. Great food at low prices, Stubbs Gas and Oil. When Baby throws a strike, he's tough to hit. He's had a lot of swing and misses, but he's had too many pitches, not even close. The stretch. 1-2. Upstairs, the count goes to 2-2. One with a heater again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. The bases loaded. Strasburg leads at the bottom of the first, 1-0. And the offering. Swung on. That ball is popped up down the left field side and out of play as Gutierrez gives chase. Remains at 2-2. To Richard Grasser. Looking in, Peterson lays down the sign. And the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss and a breaking ball. And the inning is over. As the Beat Diggers dodge a pretty big bullet there. Could have been much worse. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and the bases were left loaded. Let's head to the second. It's Strasburg 1, Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Let's head to the second inning. Strasburg 1 and the Beat Diggers nothing on Tanner Fahey's RBI single. And Tyler Schultz, the right-hander, will be contending with Oscar Soto to begin the second for the Beat Diggers. 5, 6, and 7, followed by Nico Guzman and Mikey Gutierrez. Brush had a base hit in the first, as did Strasburg. Soto had a couple of base hits in that 19-3 victory over Yuma on Thursday. Brush's only loss was 10-9 late last month to Classical Academy. Soto stepping in from the left side. The right-handed delivery by Schultz, swing and a miss with a fastball tailing away. No balls and 1 strike. Soto settles in with that close stance. 0-1. Swung on and popped up on the left side into foul territory and out of play. Count goes to 0-2. B&B Appliance carries a full line of in-stock and ready-to-be-delivered Whirlpool appliances. With the world moving towards more green energy, recycle the old and get in with the new. New appliances, that is, at B&B Appliance. 0-2 pitch. Swung on, popped to the screen. Count remains at 0-2 to Oscar Soto. There was a lineup change for Strasburg. Angel Medrano now playing right. The pitch. The changeup is outside. Apparently the original right fielder, Cameron Adams, injured himself just prior to the game. So that was a last-minute change. And the 1-2 in the dirt with a breaking ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Beat Digger DH. Strasburg at 3-4, the Beat Diggers at 6-1, but Brush lost the last time they were here 3 years ago. That was a very good Brush team as well. 2-2 pitch. That is on the outside edge for a strike. And Soto is down on strikes. There's one down. That'll bring up Nico Guzman. Guzman had a big 2-run double. In that 14-13 8-inning victory over Resurrection Christian. And now the field umpires out there with head coach Darryl Dodge and Mark Muniz about to join in the conversation along with the home plate umpire. Have no idea what happened there to create that conversation, although they're looking something along the right field line. Nonetheless, Guzman will step in with one down, and the base is empty here in the second. Strasburg leads 1-0 in the Patriot League opener for both teams. And the right-hander Schultz has looked good so far. So Guzman awaits the pitch. And here it is. Swung on and fouled off to the right and out of play. It's 0-1. B-Diggers will be in action on Tuesday on the road against Sterling. We'll have that game at 4 o'clock on 1010 and KSIR.com. Then Thursday, they host Platte Valley. A week from today, they host Valley, 11 a.m. The pitch. Fastball is up and in. Leveling the count at 1-1 strike. Temperature now approaching the 70s. It's warmed up quickly since we got to Strasburg. And the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and a ball diving away. Took something off it. Count moves to 1-2. And Schultz has struck out the last two hitters. Got Rosenbrock and Soto. The pitch. Make it 3 in a row. Swing and a miss, and Guzman strikes out. 2 down in the second. For Mikey Gutierrez, the B-Digger's going to have to make some adjustments the second time around. Seen limited breaking balls, a changeup, and lots of fastballs so far. And Schultz is a tall right-hander. A little bit lanky, and he brings it. The wind and the pitch to Gutierrez. Up and in with a changeup. 1 ball, no strikes. Gutierrez had good week hitting, especially against Resurrection Christian, and a check swing, but it was a strike anyway. On another changeup, 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 down and the base is empty in the second. The Indians lead the B-Diggers by a run. Laying down the sign is Franklin. And the offering. Swung on and grounded to third. A big Sunday hop for Fahey. Throws to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Tyler Schultz as we head to the bottom of the second. It is Strasburg 1 and Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. 8-9-1 to begin the bottom of the second for Strasburg. Against right-hander Arnoldo Maltos Garcia. Tyler Schultz will step in. The Indians lead 1-0 on Tanner Fahey's first inning RBI single. And Baby really needs to have a good inning here because he labored in the first with a hit batsman and 3 walks. And that's why escaping with only a run scored by Strasburg was a little bit of a minor miracle there. They could have really tacked on a lot more. Wind and pitch. Fastball is up and in. Yeah, Baby's throwing hard. There's no question about it, but he's got to throw it in the strike zone. Wind in the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Threw that one right by him. The count is level at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to the right-handed hitting pitcher, Tyler Schultz. The offering. Swung on and grounded into left field for a base hit. Second hit of the game for Strasburg. And for the second straight inning, the Indians have the leadoff man on base. Here's Angel Medrano. Now do the Indians play some small ball? Courtesy runner out there at first. That'll be Brandon Reagan for Strasburg, running for the pitcher, Schultz. Stop, shop, and save on all your grocery needs and snacks for game time enjoyment. You can also pay your public service bill and access Western Union at the Brush Grocery Cart, 1302 West Edison Street in Brush. The stretch by Maltos Garcia and the pitch. Fastball is a little bit high, barely missed. 1 ball and no strikes. To Medrano. Speed Diggers need a double play. The pitch. Right there on the outside corner. Oh, barely missed. 2-0. Must have barely missed. Well, it was spotted well. Peterson framed it, but it's 2-0. And this is the number 9 hitter, so you're going to have to give in right now and throw it right down the middle. 2-0. A strike on the inner half. It's 2-1 with a fastball. Short lead at first for Reagan. Matos Garcia gets the sign. 2-1. Breaking ball. Did he wave at it? And they don't appeal. No appeal at all. It's 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike. Matos Garcia at the belt. And the pitch. Swung on, and that's grounded foul off to the right. Count moves to 3-2. And 2 of his 3 walks in the opening inning were on 3-2 pitches, so this is critical. With nobody out, Reagan probably will be holding up at first. The stretch. And he stays. Swung on and grounded to first, and a nice stab there by Hirschfeld. Steps on the bag, throws to second. Had a tricky hop, but Hirschfeld made the play to record the out. 3 unassisted. One down for Logan Huser. Huser walked, and it was picked off later on in the first. Big pitch there by Matos Garcia. Didn't want first and second with nobody out. Instead, a runner at second with 1 down. Looks back. The pitch squaring to bunt and pops it up foul and out of play. No balls and 1 strike. We're in the bottom of the second inning in Strasburg. Strasburg leads Brush 1-0 on Tanner Fahey's Texas Leaguer. Peterson lays down the sign. The stretch. Is he scoring to bunt again? No, just a step off. Matos Garcia again looks back with a runner at second. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Threw the fastball right by him at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes with 1 down and 1 on. On deck is Logan LeClaire. Matos Garcia again looks back. 0-2. Curveball is fouled off to the right. Hit off the end of the bat. Well, now Baby's even. 20 balls and 20 strikes. His ratio was horrendous in the first inning, but very good in the second, even though the leadoff hitter got on, but that was via the base hit. No balls, 2 strikes. Huser awaits the pitch. Here it is. Fastball is up and away. That's a good spot to miss there. 1-2. To Huser. At second is Reagan. Got a 5-step lead. And the offering. Swung on and fouled. Went with a fastball down the middle, and he got a piece of it. Accidents or illness can strike at any time, day or night. When they do, every second counts. As a Level 3 trauma center, Colorado Plains Medical Center can handle any type of emergency. Colorado Plains Medical Center, where expertise matters. It'll be another 1-2 to Huser. And the pitch. Up and in with a heater. The count levels at 2-2. The Bay Diggers have 1 hit in the game. 2 so far for Strasburg. And the pitch. Oh, and he bounced it in there. 3-2. Yeah, it's tricky when you have all these league games. You have 4 games coming up over a span of 8 days to work your pitching staff the way you want to. The 3-ball, 2-strike pitch, but he steps off. And Peterson will relay the signs once again. That sun is out in full force here in Strasburg. The stretch. And the payoff. Swung and fouled to the screen on that fastball. It remains at 3-2. Doesn't make things any easier when you've got a guy like Huser, the leadoff hitter, whose job is to work the opposing pitcher, and he's seen 8 pitches during this sequence. He's going to see number 9 momentarily. With 1 out in the bottom of the second, 1-0 Strasburg. 3-2 pitch. And did he wave at the breaking ball? He did not, in the dirt. 4th walk issued by Maltos Garcia. 1st and 2nd for Logan LeClaire, who walked and scored the game's only run 1 inning ago. I said earlier, Bead Diggers need a double play. Now would be a perfect time to get out of this inning. The stretch by Baby. And the throw back to Rosenbrock at short. It's off his glove into shallow left center field. I don't know why Maltos Garcia threw that ball at all. Nowhere near the bag. And the runners advance on the air by the pitcher. So 2nd and 3rd now. First error of the game by either side. Yeah, he should have spun and just held on to the ball. In fact, the runner was much closer to the bag than Rosenbrock was, but he let it go and threw it away. The stretch by Maltos Garcia, the pitch. Swung on and tapped foul on the breaking ball towards the third base dugout, occupied by the Bead Diggers. No balls and 1 strike. Bead Diggers have the third base dugout at home, but here they also have the third base dugout on the road. The infield is playing normal range, so they'll concede a run for an out. The pitch swung on, driven in the air to left field to his right, and playing the ball on a hop is Grayson Simmons. It's an RBI single on the pop fly there by Logan LeClaire. Strasburg leads 2-0 as Reagan scores. Maltos Garcia has allowed 3 hits, but none of them hard at all. T.J. Franklin was hit by a pitch. As he will now bat. Now Brush looking a little bit flat here so far in this game at the plate. And with his first start here in league play, Maltos Garcia trying to establish his control. The stretch. Pitch to Franklin. Runner goes. Fastball strike. The throw's going to go all the way into center field. It was headed towards the second baseman, Hirschfeld. He didn't catch it. I don't know what happened there. Another run scores. On the air, they're going to have to call that on, it'll be a steal. And then Huser scores on the air. We'll have to call it there on Peterson. Although Hirschfeld looked like he could have caught it. It's now 3-0. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Count is at 1-1. With LeClaire over at third base now. A mess now for the Bead Diggers. Down by 3, the offering. Fastball is up and away. Two balls and 1 strike. Yeah, Brush's going to have to wake up here at some point. The stretch by Maltos Garcia, 2-1. Fastball's low. In a league game, you wonder how much longer you can keep the right-hander in. Not helping his own cause, committing an error of his own here. 3 balls and 1 strike. The stretch. And 3-1. Down and away. Or check it, I guess they had it wrong on the board. One of those was a strike earlier. So now it's 3-2. So they've corrected that on the board. So that was a 2-2, and now it is 3-2 to Franklin with 1 out. And the pitch. Swung on and grounded up the middle. The shortstop, Rosenbrock, to his left, has it. Run will score in time to retire Franklin as Leclerc crosses home plate. Strasburg now leads 4-0. And the Bee Diggers are going to have to get to work. That'll bring up Tanner Fahey. Fahey scored, or check that, had an RBI single in the first inning, the pitch. And he waved at the breaking ball. It's 0-1. No balls and one strike. The stretch with the bases empty, the pitch in the dirt. And the count moves to 1 ball and 1 strike. Baby looks in. 1-1 pitch. Bounce that one up there. Yeah, just not finding his release point consistently. 2-1. The stretch and the offering. And tapped foul. The left side, the count goes to 2-2. With the bases empty and 2 down at the bottom of the 4th inning. Bottom of the 2nd inning, 4-0 in favor of Brush. Bee Diggers still have plenty of at-bats remaining in the early going. A stretch in the pitch. Foul straight back. Count is at 2-2 to Tanner Fahey. The stretch and the pitch in the dirt. One with a breaking ball, and it broke way too early. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody anticipated this type of struggle with the way the Bee Diggers played this week. And the offering. Swung on and grounded up the middle. Rosenbrock to his left has got it behind the bag. Throws to first. And that does it here for Strasburg in the bottom half of inning number 2. However, they score 3 runs. They do it on 2 base hits, 2 Bee Digger errors, and the bases were left empty. Let's head to the 3rd. The Bee Diggers trail the Indians in Strasburg 4-0 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Let's see, the Bee Diggers can begin the comeback now as they trail 4-0, headed to the bottom or the top of the 3rd inning. And B.J. Hirschfeld will be stepping in 8-9-1 for the Bee Diggers against the right-hander Tyler Schultz. Hirschfeld had the game-winning hit against Resurrection Christian on Wednesday. He had 3 hits in that game. The offering. And that changeup is upstairs. Bee Diggers have to sit back against this pitcher. It's another thing. 1 ball and no strikes. Wine and offering. And that changeup is low. 2-0. Had a long first 2 innings for the Bee Diggers in the field. And the 2-0 offering. Down and away. 3-0. The Bee Diggers have yet to have the leadoff man on base in each of the first 2 innings. 3-0 pitch. Down the middle for a strike. It's 3-1. One with a simple fastball. 3 balls and 1 strike. Pitch to Hirschfeld. That is a little bit inside, and he walks. That'll bring up Zane Fowl. The right-handed hitting right fielder. Fowl did not have a hit on either Wednesday or Thursday, but scored 3 times. Throw back to first, back and diving is Hirschfeld. 1 run in the first and 3 in the second for Strasburg. They lead 4-0. The stretch by the right-hander. And the offering. taken for a strike with a fastball in the outer half at the knees. It's 0-1. Visit Morgan Community College online at morgancc.edu or stop by the campus for a personal advising session. It'll get you on the right track and find out what options are available to help you. Swung on and lined, and that's going to be caught by the second baseman. Throw to first, and safe. Hirschfeld got in there as Huser caught the soft liner, and there's one down, nearly a double play. Here's Alec Peterson, who grounded out in the opening frame. Just one base hit to get the Bead Diggers in position to score some runs. They're being shut out so far. Short lead for Hirschfeld to pitch in the dirt, and it gets away from the catcher. Hirschfeld cannot spot it, though. It got about a couple of feet behind Franklin. Hirschfeld never saw it. He had to hold up at first. So struggling on the mound with the base running on the field defensively are the Bead Diggers, just playing uncharacteristic baseball right now. And the 1-0 pitch. That is on the outside corner for a strike with the off-speed pitch. It's 1-1 to Alec Peterson. Hirschfeld again with a very short lead at first. Throw back, and he's back in standing. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 on, 1 down. 4-0 Strasburg in the top of the third on this sunny Saturday. The stretch by the right-hander Schultz. Looks in, looks back, comes home. Breaking ball is in the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike. Yeah, this game is moving along at a very methodical pace. Lots of base runners. We had a 1-2-3 top of the second inning. That was it, the offering. Swung on and tapped foul up the third base side. Went with a changeup. Peterson out in front. That's where Brush has got to sit back against this right-hander. 2-2. Got a good combination. A fastball, changeup, and breaking ball. 2-2 to Alec Peterson. The pitch. Breaking ball is up and away. And the count moves to 3-2. The Bead Diggers take a chance and maybe send Hirschfeld from first. They need to get something going. Throw back to first, back in standing. And perhaps Schultz was thinking the same thing. Peterson back in the box. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out in the third. The pitch swung on and driven into deep left field, way back towards the fence, and the ball is going to be over the head of the left fielder Grasser. To third is Hirschfeld, into second is Peterson with a 1-out double. Or did he make the? Oh, he made the catch. Oh, he made the catch and threw back to first. The runners were just stopping. He apparently made the catch and threw it back in. It's an ending double play. By the body language, because I couldn't even see it from this vantage point, it looked like the Bead Diggers had second and third, but in fact, it'll be a 7-6-3 double play as Hirschfeld was well off, and he was at third base when the ball was thrown back in. Let's head to the fourth. The Bead Diggers do not strand anybody. Strasburg 4. I guess I'm off my game as well. Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Bead Diggers in a desperate situation now, down 4-0 going into the bottom of the third inning. After the double play on that drive hit by Alec Peterson and caught out there in left field by Grasser. And he doubled up Hirschfeld at first by about 150 feet. Are now going to Kyle Rosenbrock on the hill. Arnoldo Matos Garcia certainly struggled in his first outing. And the book is closed on him, with Brush now trailing 4-0, and Matt Bustos about to step in. And this is it. The Bead Diggers at this point cannot allow any more runs. They're not producing offensively. And they're facing a pitcher in Schultz who's throwing a combination of pitches that is throwing off the Bee Diggers. Bustos popped to right at his opening at bat. Wine and pitch. Fastball is low. Just 2 innings of work and 61 pitches thrown by Matos Garcia. Wine in the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Went with a fastball. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. And the offering was down and away. 2-1 to Bustos, who's 0 for 1 in the game. Wine and pitch. Swing and a miss and a fastball. Letter high is 2-2. Matos Garcia now at short, so Rosenbrock and Matos Garcia just switch positions. 2-2 pitch. And did he wave at it? He did on the fastball away. And there's 1 down in the bottom of the 3rd inning as Rosenbrock records a strikeout. That'll send a Cole Shoemate. Shoemate walked in his first plate appearance. Wind and pitch. Down. A strike, boy. Looked like it was down and away. It's 0-1. 1 strikeout, 4 walks, and a hit batsman allowed by Matos Garcia. Swung and fouled to the screen. Rosenbrock quickly headed 0-2 to the right-handed hitting 6th place hitter Cole Shoemate. With 1 down in the bottom of the 3rd. Strasburg 4, Brush nothing. Wine in the 0-2. Fastball is a strike at the knees. Called strike 3, there's 2 down. Here's Richard Grasser, who made a splendid play and left, robbing Peters of an extra base hit, which I thought was an extra base hit, and doubling up B.J. Hirschfeld at first. Peterson lays down the sign, and the pitch swung on and popped foul out of play. Count is at 0-1. Bee Diggers still have 4 opportunities at the plate. And the offering. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Rosenbrock is looking to strike out the side in order. 0-2. Wine and offering. Swung on and grounded to the shortstop, Matos Garcia, on a 2 big hops. Throws to first. It's a 1-2-3 inning. This Grasser's retired by Matos Garcia. Let's head to the 4th. Strasburg 4, Brush nothing. This is 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Let's see if the Bee Diggers can wake up in the 4th inning. They trail Strasburg 4-0. A good inning defensively there as Kyle Rosenbrock recorded 2 strikeouts and then induced a ground out by Grasser. And Brush will have the heart of the order, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters coming up, and Matos Garcia, Ryan Hirschfeld, and Rosenbrock against the right-hander Tyler Schultz. Matos Garcia popped to the first baseman, Bustos, in foul territory in the 1st. Wine by the right-hander, the pitch. And the changeup is a strike. No balls and 1 strike on the inner half. Wine and offering, and that rode inside, nearly clipped him. The count is level at 1-1. Brush has not had 2 men on base back-to-back. That's what they need. Little rally starter here. 1-1 pitch, and that is taken for a ball just down and in. On the off-speed, it's 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike to the Bee Diggers shortstop, the pitcher of record now for Brush after surrendering 4 runs in the first 2 innings. 2-1. That is a strike on the outside corner with a fastball just above the knees. The count is level at 2-2. Matos Garcia with an open stance. And Schultz kicks and fires. Curveball is lined and into left center field for a base hit to begin the 4th inning beyond the outstretched shortstop Logan LeClaire. And the Bee Diggers have their second hit of the game, and their first came from this batter, Ryan Hirschfeld, when he lined it into left in the first inning. Laying down the sign is Franklin. A stretch. Pitch to Hirschfeld. In the dirt, backhanded. Throw back to first. And back in standing is Maltos Garcia. Got to be careful over there. Don't want to be eliminated on the bases. 1 ball, no strikes. 2-step lead for Maltos Garcia. And the pitch. Up and in. 2-0. Again, the Bee Diggers for the first time are looking to have back-to-back men on base in this game. 2-0 to Hirschfeld. And the offering in the dirt, and the ball skips away all the way to the screen on the wild pitch. Maltos Garcia to second. And it's 3-0 to Hirschfeld with their big man, Rosenbrock, on deck. Three balls and no strikes. Stretch by Schultz. And the offering. That's right there for a strike down the middle. With a fastball, it's 3-1. Strasburg 4, Brush nothing in the top of the fourth inning in Strasburg. Franklin lays down the sign. Schultz with a 3-1. Swung on and driven in the air into the right center field gap. That one might drop. It does for a base hit in front of Medrano. To third is Maltos Garcia. And the Bee Diggers have first and third to begin the fourth. And Kyle Rosenbrock stepping in. Rosenbrock struck out on 3 pitches in his first at bat. Looking to change that right now. Stretch by Schultz. And a step off. Yeah, the Bee Diggers are not falling for that one. Not down by 4 runs. They want to be a little bit conservative on the bases, especially with one of their better hitters up there. The pitch. Up and in with an off-speed pitch. It's 1-0. Maltos Garcia and Hirschfeld with base hits to begin the fourth inning. The Bee Diggers have 3 in the game. 1 ball and no strikes. The stretch by Schultz. Throw back to first, and back in standing is Hirschfeld. Yeah, I'd be surprised if the Bee Diggers get caught off the bases here. They've got too many good hitters coming up in order to be careless there. 1-0. Upstairs. 2 balls and no strikes. And if Rosenbrock gets on, the tying run would be on deck. Oh, it'd be at the plate, actually, if he got on. At third is Maltos Garcia. Hirschfeld at first. 2-0. In the dirt. 3-0. 3 balls and no strikes to Kyle Rosenbrock. Schultz delivers. That's outside, and he walks on 4 pitches after striking out on 3. And the bases are loaded for Oscar Soto, who struck out looking in his first at bat. Willow Coffee, Tea, and Smoothies and G Sweets Bakery offers cookies, muffins, and sweetbreads made fresh daily. Pair with your favorite coffee, lattes, or smoothie flavors, and you're set. Open 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday at 921 Edison Street in Brush. And let's see, Angel Medrano coming in from right field. And wow, we're going to have a pitching change, even though he is not allowed to run. It looks like, yeah, Schultz is coming out. We'll take a 2-minute break. It's Strasburg 4, Brush nothing in the fourth on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Angel Medrano, the new pitcher for Strasburg, is a strike to Oscar Soto as Nolan Cook is now in right field. Tyler Schultz comes out of the game. The bases are loaded. 4-0 Strasburg. Here in the top of the fourth, the pitch. And that fastball's up and away. Soto at 0 for 1 after striking out in the second inning. At third is Maltos Garcia. Ryan Hirschfeld at second, Rosenbrock at first, and that's up and away. Took something off it. 2 balls and 1 strike. The Bee Diggers are looking to get back into the game with just couple of runs, maybe more here in the top half of the fourth inning. Medrano is out of the stretch with the bases loaded. 2-1 to Soto. Swung on and driven into the right center field gap for a base hit. Maltos Garcia will score. Around third is Ryan Hirschfeld. He's being sent home. The throw towards the plate. He slides. He's in there. The third is Rosenbrock. It's a 2-run single for Oscar Soto. Strasburg 4, Brush 2 in the top of the fourth. Here's Nico Guzman, who struck out in his first at bat. Righty against righty. And Soto delivers for the Bee Diggers. They're right back in this game. Still nobody out in this inning. Stretch by Medrano. The pitch. And that's off the glove of the catcher, but no advance. Low and away. Count is at 1-0. Now the Bee Diggers are in a position where they could actually take the lead. The stretch, 1-0. Swung on, that ball is grounded fair inside the third baseline. Down the line, Soto to second, scoring as Rosenbrock. On the RBI single by Nico Guzman. Bee Diggers down by a run now. It is 4-3. So Guzman delivered. And the Bee Diggers now putting together a bevy of hits. They've only benefited from one walk in this inning. And here's Mikey Gutierrez. The pitch. The off-speed pitch is there for a strike. Gutierrez grounded to third in his first at bat. The Bee Diggers have 4 hits in the inning. The stretch by Medrano. The offering, and that ball nearly hit him, a breaking ball. Tried to get out of the way, and he did. Not that would have reloaded the bases. One ball, one strike. The pitch. Swung on. That ball is grounded into left field. That's a base hit. Soto to third. He's being sent home. The throw is cut off, and the throw towards the plate off the cutoff is late. Soto slides in. Brush has tied the game at 4. That's 5 hits in the inning. Advancing to second was Guzman. And B.J. Hirschfeld is at the plate. He walked in his first plate appearance. And Medrano just looking to get an out. Can't do it now for Strasburg. The stretch. And the pitch is a little bit outside. One ball and no strikes. So the Bee Diggers have woken up in this inning. Medrano gets the sign from Franklin. Squaring to bunt, and that ball went over the head of Hirschfeld to the screen. Runners advance in the wild pitch. To third is Guzman, and to second is Gutierrez. And it's 2-0. Oh, this could turn into a huge inning. And the 2-0 pitch. Swung on and fouled off. That evens, or check that, it's 2-1. On B.J. Hirschfeld. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 in scoring position. Nobody out here in the top of the fourth. Deadlocked at 4. The pitch in the dirt and blocked beautifully by Franklin. 3-1. Well, sometimes it takes time. And the Bee Diggers are putting together one of their bigger innings of the season, even though they've only scored 4 runs, but there's still nobody out. The pitch, low, and Hirschfeld walks for the second time in the game. And the bases are loaded with nobody out. This is the 8th hitter of the inning for Brush. And it's Zane Fowl who lined to second. Medrano stretches. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Fowl swung at a fastball and tried to make it an 8-4 game. It's 0-1. Guzman at third. Gutierrez at second. Hirschfeld at first. Brush has 5 hits in the inning. Also benefited from a couple of walks. That's how their first 7 men have gotten on. 0-1. Breaking ball. Skips away. Headed to the plate is Guzman. The other runners advance on a wild pitch. And Brush now leads 5-4. And it's a 1-ball, 1-strike count. So now Fowl looking to extend the lead for the Beet Diggers. Medrano again looks in. The pitch right there down the middle. It's 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. To the 9th place hitter for the Beet Diggers. And the offering swung on and fouled to the screen as he stays alive. The count remains at 1-2. Foul back in the box. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and grounded off the end of the bat to first. The runners have to hold as Bustos makes the play and steps on the bag. Way out in front of that one. There's 1 down. 1 down. The first out recorded in the 4th inning. Alec Peterson grounded out in his first at bat, then hit a long fly ball. Looked like it was going to be a double. It was caught out there in left field by Grasser. Then Beet Diggers were doubled up as B.J. Hirschfeld was well off the bag. Oh, here is Peterson. At 0-2. Swung on and lifted towards right center field. That ball's going to drop for a base hit. Gutierrez scores. Around third is Hirschfeld. The throw to the plate. Hirschfeld slides. He's in there. And to second is Alec Peterson. It'll be a 2-run single as Peterson goes to second on the throw home. Brush now leads 7-4 in the 4th inning.
Nice job, Alec!
And remember, the Beet Diggers have their ace on the hill in Kyle Rosenbrock. And Jaron Peterson will now be the courtesy runner, as Arnoldo Matos Garcia, who began the rally, is in the batter's box for Brush. Oh, now he steps out momentarily. And now settles in. Beet Diggers were down 4-0 when this inning began. The pitch. Swung on, line to center field. Coming on is Shoemate, and he has to play it on a hop. To third is going to be Jaron Peterson. Second hit of the inning for Arnoldo Matos Garcia. Nice job of Baby starting the rally, and now he continues the rally. Brush has 7 hits in the inning. And here is Ryan Hirschfeld, who's 2 for 2 in the game. Hirschfeld is the 11th hitter of the inning. Beet Diggers have 7 across. The pitch, and the breaking ball is inside, 1-0. Medrano's thrown 22 pitches here in relief of Tyler Schultz, who began the inning. Schultz was very good through 3 innings, but the Beet Diggers have come through here in the 4th. Throw back to first and dug out there by Bustos. Malzo's back in. 1 ball, no strikes to the Beet Digger first baseman, the junior Ryan Hirschfeld, the senior, I should say, Ryan Hirschfeld. Runners take their leads. The pitch, runner going, is taken for a strike at the knees. The throw goes all the way through towards center, but cut off there by the second baseman Huser as the ball was bounced in there. Give Matos Garcia the steal easily. And it's 1-1. Off of third is Jaron Peterson. Matos Garcia at second. 1-1. Curveball is up and in. 2 balls and 1 strike. Accidents or illness can strike at any time, day or night. When they do, every second counts. As a level 3 trauma center, Colorado Plains Medical Center is ready to handle any type of emergency. Colorado Plains Medical Center, where expertise matters. 2-1 in the dirt, scooped up by Franklin. 3-1. Now you start thinking about whether this rally is going to be big enough to play a inning shortened game instead of going 7, maybe 5 or 6. Brush is up by 3 with only 1 out in the 4th. And the 3-1 pitch swung on and lifted down the left field line. They should score the run if it's caught out there by Grasser. And he makes the catch. And no, he dropped the ball. Oh, they're going to say he caught it. The home plate umpire said he caught it and was taking the ball out of his glove. So that will be a sac fly. Peterson scores. There's 2 down. And, yeah, I don't know why Hirschfeld's at first. It was called an out. It was called an out. Mark Muniz contesting that, but it was clearly called an out as soon as the ball was supposedly caught out there. Will be a sac fly as Peterson scores. And Matos Garcia did advance to third. The Beediggers now with an 8-4 lead. And Kyle Rosenbrock at the plate. They'll give Hirschfeld a sac fly. And the pitch is outside. Rosenbrock has struck out and walked. The walk came earlier this inning. The stretch. And the 1-0 pitch. Swung on. That ball is lifted extremely high on the left side into foul territory along the third base line. And the catch is made by the shortstop, Logan LeClaire. However, the Beediggers put together a monster inning. As Brush scores 8 times in the frame, they do it on 7 base hits, no errors, and a man left. 3.5 complete in Strasburg. Brush 8. Strasburg 4 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Brush 8, Strasburg 4. It's a brand new ball game. As we head to the bottom of inning number 4. Medrano will be leading it off. Well, he was slated to be in the next position. I know he came in for Tyler Schultz. I guess you could do that. Yeah, Cook is then on deck. All right, so that's the way, since I've never seen that before. He was in the original starting lineup, swing and a miss. No balls and 1 strike. Kyle Rosenbrock beginning his second inning of work. Fastball is just outside. The count is level at 1 ball and 1 strike. Wine in the pitch. The breaking ball is upstairs, and the count is at 2-1. 8 runs on 8 hits, 2 errors for the Beediggers, 2 left on base, 4 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 3 stranded for Strasburg. 2-1. Swung on and chopped foul. Count moves to 2-2. So, yeah, that apparently is the way the lineup looks now for Strasburg. The pitch. Curveball, swing and a miss. And Medrano strikes out. Here's Nolan Cook. He will bat from the left side. Wine and pitch. Fastball is on the inside corner. That's strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. And the offering. Swing and a miss. Oh, 0-2. And the offering. Fastball is up and away. The count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, since Rosenbrock took the hill, the things have turned around for the Bead Diggers. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and grounded to short. Matos Garcia backs up, steps, throws, low, but there's 2 down. As Nolan Cook is retired by the Bead Diggers shortstop. 2 down for Logan Huser, who's walked twice. And now this game moving along a lot faster now that they're playing on both sides of the ball. Of course, offensively it slowed down because they scored the 8 runs in the 4th. Rosenbrock has retired all 5 hitters he's faced. The pitch. Upstairs. Count is at 1-0. And the offering. Swing and a miss, and a fastball well above the letters. The count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike to Logan Huser. No official at bats today, just 2 walks. The offering. Swing and a miss, and a fastball tailing away. 1-2. And the right-hander kicks and fires. Swing and a miss, blew the fastball right by Huser. And it's a 1-2-3 inning, the second straight 1-2-3 for Kyle Rosenbrock. Let's head to the 5th. Brush 8, Strasburg 4 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. We head to the 5th. Brush 8, Strasburg 4 in Strasburg. The Bead Diggers have turned a 4-run deficit into a 4-run lead thanks to an 8-run rally 1 inning ago against Tyler Schultz and Angel Medrano. Oscar Soto had a 2-run single to get the scoring started for Brush, and he will lead off the 5th inning, as the Bead Diggers had 7 hits in that frame alone. And I don't know if they were saving Rosenbrock for Tuesday against Sterling, in case they threw Jacob Thiessen. But I don't think there was any choice at this point. You're down 4-0. And if you take on Thiessen, you have a chance to drop to 0-2. They had to go with Rosenbrock here after the 2nd inning. And then the bats woke up. Soto is 1 for 2 in the game. Medrano, with the bases empty, will operate out of the stretch. And the pitch. Swung on and lifted deep into left center field. That's going to be a long run. That ball is way back there, and it's up against the bottom of the fence. Soto's going to be into second with a lead-off double in the 5th inning. Cole Shoemate, the center fielder, had him shaded the other way. And after struggling against Fort Morgan, Soto's bat is coming alive. Got a big smile out there after that strong swing. Nico Guzman struck out at an RBI single. He's 1 for 2. The offering. The curveball is a little bit, it's there for a strike. Delayed call. It's 0-1. To Guzman. Franklin lays down the sign. 0-1 pitch. And the breaking ball is down and away. The count levels at 1-1. Before your next mixer, feeder, truck purchase, compare the MMI design, craftsmanship, and service. MMI International continually outperforming their competitors, hands down. 842-5161. Swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Nico Guzman. Laying down the sign is Franklin. Soto with a short lead at second, the pitch. And that is a called strike 3. He knew it. Breaking ball in the inner half. There's 1 down in the 5th inning. Mikey Gutierrez had an RBI single 1 inning ago in that 8-run 4th. He will now bat against Medrano. And Gutierrez stepped out momentarily. Time is called. Brush will be in Sterling on Tuesday, host Platte Valley on Thursday. Those are 4 o'clock games. And then on Saturday, a week from today, at home at 11 o'clock against Valley. The pitch. And that curveball's a strike on the inner half. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to Mikey G. The stretch, the pitch, and that curveball hit him. In the back, Gutierrez is on. That'll send a B.J. Hirschfeld, who's walked twice. Yeah, Hirschfeld's been very patient up there, and it showed. And the odd thing, let's see, well, I guess it hasn't updated here. He did score a run in that last inning as the Bee Diggers had their second biggest inning of the season run-wise. The pitch, swing, and a miss and a fastball. It's 0-1. To the right-handed hitting second baseman, B.J. Hirschfeld. At second is Soto. Gutierrez at first. 1 down in the 5th. Brush leads Strasburg. 8-4. Step off, no throw. Hirschfeld settles back into the box. 0-1. Curveball right there on the inner half. It's 0-2. And Medrano's got a pretty good one. A lot of late bite to it. It struck out Guzman earlier in this inning, and it hit Gutierrez, so it goes both ways. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch upstairs with a fastball. Count moves to 1-2. A Brush victory would move them to 7-1 on the year, going into Tuesday's game in Sterling. 2 balls, 1 strike. The stretch and the pitch. In the dirt. Check it. I said 2-1. It was 1-2. Now it's 2-2. 2-2 to the Bee Diggers' second baseman. Soto doubled to begin the frame, and Gutierrez was hit by a pitch. They'll step out. Now the Rockies and the Giants coming up tonight on 10-10 at 8:15. Rockies on deck at 7:30. Giants won the opening game of the series last night 6-5. Medrano delivers. Called strike 3. Fastball at the knees on the outer half. 2 down. Zane Fau is lined out and grounded to first. He is 0 for 2. Runners take their leads. The pitch. Up and in with a heater. 1 ball, no strikes. To Zane Fau. Fau batting in the number 9 hole for the Bee Diggers. Awaiting the 1-0 offering, and he takes a fastball down and away. Alec Peterson's on deck. He had a grand slam last year in Alt against the Highland Huskies. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 down, 2 on, 8-4 Brush. We're in the top of the 5th inning. The pitch. Breaking ball is down and away, 3-0. To Zane Fau. Throw back to first, and back in diving is Gutierrez on the back end. 3 balls and no strikes. The stretch and the offering. That is a little bit high, and it's a 4-pitch walk, and the bases are loaded for Peterson. 1 for 3. His base hit came in the last inning, the most recent inning, and it produced a run. He can produce a lot of runs with 1 good swing now. The offering. The curveball is high. 1 ball and no strikes. And if Brush breaks out even more here, they could save Rosenbrock's arm. But with only a 4-run lead, they're going to send him out there in the bottom of the 5th. Let's see if Peterson can deliver. 1 ball, no strikes. Medrano with a pitch. Swung on and popped up into shallow. The first baseman's going to make the catch. I thought it was going to go out there in right field. Bustos made the play. The ball didn't carry at all. Thought it was headed to a short right field. Nonetheless, the play is made as Bustos makes the catch. And the Bee Diggers are done in the 5th inning. No runs for Brush on 1 hit, no errors, and the bases were left loaded. The Bee Diggers in To the bottom of the fifth. It is Brush 8, Strasburg 4 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. 2, 3, and 4 coming up for Strasburg in the bottom of the fifth inning after the bases stranded. 3 in the top of the fifth. Logan LeClaire, TJ Franklin, Tanner Fahey against right-hander Kyle Rosenbrock, who has faced 6 hitters and retired every one of them. LeClaire, though, has been good in this game. Walked and singled against the starter, Arnoldo Matos Garcia, who's now off the hook. Thanks to that 8-run rally by the Beat Diggers in the fourth. And Rosenbrock kicks and fires. And the fastball off the glove of Peterson to the screen. 1 ball and no strikes. Rosenbrock has thrown 25 pitches so far. 1-0. Swung on and grounded to short. Matos Garcia backhand, sets, throws, and there's 1 down. He's played some excellent short today since switching positions with Rosenbrock. Now to bring up TJ Franklin, hit by a pitch and grounded to short. He is 0 for 1. 7 in a row retired by Kyle Rosenbrock. And the pitch swung on and fouled to the right. That one's headed out of play on the right side. No balls and 1 strike. For all your farm and ranch supplies, including Purina feeds and everything, Mr. D's Ace Farm and Home Center. Stop by any of the Ace stores in Fort Morgan, Sterling, and Brush at 122 Custer Street. And the 0-1 curveball is fouled off the end of the bat to the fence. It's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Rosenbrock delivers. Swing and a miss on the ball in the dirt. Peterson will have to throw him out and does. As TJ Franklin strikes out, there's 2 down. Tanner Fahey with a pop fly single, driving in a run, and he grounded out. He's 1 for 2 in the game. 8 in a row retired by the junior right-hander. Wind and pitch. Fastball is down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. The Indians trying to figure out this right-hander, Rosenbrock, who's been money so far. The pitch. Down and away, 2-0 with a heater. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook, once again at KSIR Sports. Or at KSIRsports.com, the fastball down the middle for a strike at the knees. Yeah, in many ways, even if you're not listening, you can follow the game pitch by pitch. 2-1. Curveball. Ooh, just missed. I don't know where, but it must have been lowered away. 3-1. Wow. 3 balls and 1 strike. The offering right there on the outer half is 3-2. To Tanner Fahey. 3-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled. A very late swing for Fahey. Count remains at 3-2. 2 down in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Beat Diggers up by 4 after trailing by 4 going into the 4th. Rosenbrock toes the rubber. 3-2 pitch. Swung on. That ball is lifted into deep center field. Nico Guzman is back. To his right, is under it, makes the catch. And it's another 1-2-3 inning for Kyle Rosenbrock as we go to the 6th. Brush 8, Strasburg 4 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Beat Diggers lead the Indians of Strasburg 8-4 as we go to the 6th inning. Arnoldo Matos Garcia, followed by Ryan Hirschfeld and Kyle Rosenbrock against Angel Medrano, who came into the game in the 4th inning with the bases loaded and nobody out. When Tyler Schultz was taken out, Medrano is the pitcher of record as he's allowed 5 runs. Schultz allowed the first 3. Matos Garcia's 2 for 3. Both hits came in the same inning. 2 singles. He started the rally and continued the rally in the 4th. And based on the projection, it would appear that pitching on Tuesday would be Ryan Hirschfeld then. And Valley's a very good team. They play Brush a week from today. Maybe Rosenbrock gets the call there. But still, you got to get 2 innings out of this game. 2 more innings, then you're done. Before the Beat Diggers pick up their 7th win. The stretch by Medrano. And the offering. Fastball is outside. To Matos Garcia. 1 ball and no strikes. And the pitch. Swung on and grounded into left field. That is a base hit. Baby has done it for the 3rd consecutive at-bat. And the Beat Diggers have 10 hits in the game. Ryan Hirschfeld is 2 for 2. A couple of singles and a sac fly. As Brush is looking to add to this 4-run advantage. Matos Garcia also has a stolen base in this game. The stretch. And Medrano delivers. Curveball is outside. One ball and no strikes to the Beat Digger first baseman. Franklin lays down the sign. Conservative lead for Matos Garcia. Medrano pitches. The changeup is a strike on the inside corner at the knees. It's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. In the top of the 6th inning, that was the 50th pitch thrown by Medrano. The offering. Curveball is grounded to 3rd. Nice backhand play over there by Fahey. The throw to 2nd and safe. He was off the bag. The throw to 1st is in time. And those are the right calls right there because the second baseman, User, was not on the bag, but the throw in first to first was in time, so that's going to be a very rare 6-4 to 3, not double play, but to get the hitter. There's 1 down. Or 5-4 to 3, I should say. 1 down for Rosenbrock. Excellent play at 3rd by Fahey. The pitch. Breaking ball is down and away. Rosenbrock struck out, walked, and popped out. He's 0 for 2. Baby leads off of 2nd. Stretch by Medrano. And the offering. Swing and a miss out in front of the changeup. The count levels at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 on. 8-4 Brush in the top of the 6th inning in Strasburg. And the pitch. A strike. 1-2. Threw him the same pitch. That time Rosenbrock took it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the offering. Swung on. That ball is lifted towards left field. Should be a routine play. It is. And Baby was off the bag, and now he's back to 2nd. As the catch was made out there by Grasser, there's 2 down. Now, sometimes very difficult to see these fly balls when you're at ground level. Especially with the sun shining as brightly as it is. 2 down for Soto. Had a very nice day. 2 for 3. A 2-run single, and he doubled to lead off the 5th. The pitch. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. Tailing in on the left-handed hitter. It's 0-1. Matos Garcia off of 2nd. And the offering. And the curveball down and away. Levels the count at 1-1. With 2 down in the 6th. Arnoldo with a huge lead at 2nd. The pitch. Curveball is upstairs and outside. 2-1. On deck is Nico Guzman. Bead Digger pitchers have retired the last 10 Strasburg hitters. And the offering inside with a fastball, 3-1. Three balls and one strike to Oscar Soto. And the offering, swing and a miss. On the outer edge, 3-2. Three balls and two strikes. Medrano comes home, and that is a called strike three, a fastball at the knees. And that does it for the Bead Diggers in the sixth inning. No runs on one hit, no errors, and a man left in scoring position. 5.5 complete. It's Brush 8, Strasburg 4 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. 5, 6, and 7 for Strasburg in the bottom of the sixth inning. Matt Bustos, Cole Shoemate, and Richard Grasser against right-hander Kyle Rosenbrock, who has faced 9 hitters and retired all 9, striking out 5. Bustos popped out and struck out. He is 0 for 2. As we're in the bottom of the sixth inning. And the Bead Diggers up 8-4. The pitch, fastball on the outer edge for a strike. It's 0-1. Strasburg has 3 hits in the game off the starting pitcher, Maltos Garcia, 0-1. Curveball is taken a little bit low. Count levels at 1 ball and 1 strike. Line and pitch, swung on and fouled straight back. It's 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Bounced it up there. Two balls and 2 strikes. And the offering. And foul tipped off the glove of Peterson. On the fastball remains at 2-2. Peterson not happy with himself. Thought he should have caught it, but it was tipped. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Line and pitch. Swung on and lifted towards shallow right field, and it's caught in right field by the second baseman, Hirschfeld. 2 steps out into the grass, and there's 1 down. Excellent positioning by the Bead Diggers' second baseman. And that is 10 in a row retired by Rosenbrock. Here's Cole Shoemate, who's walked and struck out. And the pitch. Fastball, a little bit low and away. 1 ball and no strikes. And the offering. Swing and a miss and a fastball above the letters. It's 1-1. AC Ice, another proud sponsor of Bead Digger Sports. When you need ice, don't just settle for any old frozen water. Get AC Ice. Swing and a miss. You can find it at any local grocery or convenience store near you. That's AC Ice. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swung on. That ball is popped into left field, going back towards the fence, and Grayson Simmons makes the catch. There's 2 down. Ball was hit pretty well, but it was flagged down in left field for the second out. Two down for Richard Grasser. A strikeout and a ground out. Well, check that. We will have a pinch hitter. That'll be Cameron Adams hitting now with 2 down in the sixth inning. Adams stepping in. And the Bead Diggers up 8-4. Strasburg has not had a base runner since the second inning. That's when they scored 3 runs. And I don't know, is Adams going to hit? Let's see what's happening now. Apparently Adams is going back into the dugout. And who's going to hit now? And they still have not. No, it will be Grasser. Okay. Well, that was odd. So the original hitter's back in there, 0 for 2. Apparently he was going to hit for Nolan Cook, who's 2 spots behind this hitter. The pitch. Down and away with a heater. 1 ball, no strikes. The Bee Diggers lead the Indians 8-4. They scored all their runs in 1 inning, the top of the 4th. 1-0. Swung on line. That's a base hit into center field, and that ends a string of 12 consecutive Indians retired, 11 of those by Rosenbrock. 4th hit of the game for Strasburg, their first since the 2nd inning. And here is Cook. I'm telling you, they're batting out of order here. This is out of order. Here's Nolan Cook, but the stretch. And the offering. Fastball, a strike. Yeah, I've never seen an order like this one, but I guess it makes sense to them. The stretch and the offering. Fastball, outside corner. That's strike 2 to Cook. Yeah, Medrano's on deck, but they flip-flopped earlier, so I don't know what's going on there. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss and a fastball tailing away. Strikeout number 6 for Rosenbrock, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We head to the 7th in Strasburg. Brush 8, Strasburg 4 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. 3rd pitcher of the game for Strasburg, Kyle Nickel, takes the mound in the 7th. He'll face Nico Guzman, Mike Gutierrez, and B.J. Hirschfeld. Brush leads Strasburg 8-4. As the Bee Diggers are looking to win their Patriot League opener. The majority of Brush's games throughout the remainder of the regular season are on the road. They've only got 4 more at home. Yeah, going into today, they had 12 games remaining on the schedule, only 4 at home. And those will all be league games. Even the non-league games are on the road against Denver North, Thornton, Resurrection Christian. That's all towards the back end of the season. Nico Guzman to lead off of the 7th. Struck out twice in an RBI single. Guzman at 1 for 3 in the game. The right-hander, the 3rd right-hander for Strasburg. Nickel delivers. Fastball is down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. Even if Brush picks up the victory, got to wonder about the hitting. They've only scored in 1 inning. Swag and a miss. He tried to hit that one a long way. It's 1-1. Brush has 10 hits in the game, but 7 of those came in that 4th. Only 3 hits in the other 5 innings at the plate. The offering in the dirt with a curveball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Bee Diggers had a man at second base with 1 down, and Matos Garcia in the 6th inning didn't score. And the 2-1 swung on and popped foul. Not a play off to the right. The count is level at 2-2. So Nico Guzman, the leadoff hitter in the 7th inning. Nickel gets the sign and the pitch. Curveball is down and away. It is full to Guzman. Yeah, you'd feel better with a couple more runs here. Only to balance out the hitting somewhat instead of loading up just in 1 frame. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. On a fastball tailing inside. There's 1 down. Mikey Gutierrez is 1 for 2. Grounded out. had an RBI single and was hit by a pitch. He's up there for the fourth time today. The junior third baseman awaits the first pitch here from Nickel. Here it is. Swing and a miss, and a ball that went off the glove of the catcher to the screen. No balls and one strike. That's the other thing. Rosenbrock is pitching so well. This 4-run lead seems like a 7 or 8 run advantage. Oh and 1 with one down in the 7th. Gutierrez back in. And the offering. Curveball is right down the middle. That's strike 2. And the Bay Diggers will see some good pitching in the Patriot League if they face decent on Tuesday for Sterling. Of course, Eaton always has solid pitching. You want to spread out the hits a little bit more. 0-2. Goodbye. Right down the middle with a fastball. Gutierrez just watched it. 2 down for B.J. Hirschfeld, who's walked twice and struck out. Thank goodness for the 4th inning. And the Bay Diggers saved the best for the middle. The wind by the right-hander, Nickel, the pitch. Swung on and popped down the right side into foul territory. The first baseman, Butos, gives chase and makes the basket catch. It's a 1-2-3 inning. As we go to the bottom of the 7th in Strasburg, Brush 8, Strasburg 4 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Last chance for the Indians against right-hander Kyle Rosenbrock, who has retired 12 of the 13 hitters he's faced. He struck out 6. He's allowed just 1 hit. In relief, he is the pitcher of record. Rosenbrock was the winning pitcher on Monday against Fort Morgan, on Wednesday against Resurrection Christian, and now could do it again here against Strasburg with the Bee Diggers up 8-4. And Kyle Nickel will be leading off in the bottom half of the 7th inning. 9-1-2 for Strasburg. Bee Diggers' only loss came in the final inning against Classical Academy. That was a 10-9 setback in Colorado Springs. Here's the wind and pitch. Fastball down and away. 1 ball and no strikes. And the pitch. Right there for a strike. A fastball down the heart of the plate. The count is level at 1-1. And Rosenbrock delivers. Just outside with a heater. 2 balls and 1 strike. It's only thrown 54 pitches, so not too bad in relief. 2-1 pitch. At the knees with a fastball, it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter in the bottom of the 7th inning, Kyle Nickel. Wind and pitch. Swing and a miss and a fastball strikeout number 7 for Kyle Rosenbrock. 1 down in the 7th. Here's Logan Huser, who walked twice against Matos Garcia, then struck out against Rosenbrock. So he officially is 0 for 1. Here's the wind and pitch. Swung on and popped up into shallow left center field. Calling for it is Grayson Simmons. He makes the catch. Check that. Is that still Simmons out there? Yeah, I think it is, unless Walter came out there. Let's see, there's 2 down. Yeah, I think Walter is now out there. So Walter makes the catch. 2 down. 2 down in the 7th. Here's LeClaire, who's 1 for 2. The offering. Fastball is outside. 1 ball and no strikes. LeClaire walked, singled, and grounded out. And he scored a run. 1-0. Upstairs with a heater. 2 balls and no strikes. 15 hitters faced by Rosenbrock. 14 have been retired. Half of those 14 by strikeout. 2-0. Swung on, chopped foul up the third base side. 2 balls and 1 strike. To Logan LeClaire. Wine in the pitch. Curveball is a strike right there. Belt high. A beautiful pitch by Rosenbrock. The count evens at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Will Rosenbrock finish the game with a strikeout? The pitch swung on and popped up behind the plate. Peterson cannot see it. It drops foul. Count remains at 2-2. Peterson, of course, made the catch of the year last year in Alt against the Huskies on a similar ball. He dove towards the backstop and made a great play. 2-2 to Logan LeClaire. Wind and pitch. Little bit low and away. 3-2. 44 strikes, 19 balls thrown by Rosenbrock. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Curveball swung on and missed. And the Brush Bee Diggers win the game over the Strasburg Indians by a score of 8-4 as Rosenbrock retires 15 of the 16 hitters he faces in relief. Let's take a 2-minute break. We'll wrap it up after this on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Bee Digger post-game show is brought to you by Buildings by Design. Knowing who you can trust to do a good job is the tough part nowadays, but when you hire Buildings by Design, you can trust you get the building you want, when you want it, and at the quality you deserve. Start your build project right. Start with Buildings by Design as the Bee Diggers defeat the Strasburg Indians 8-4 in the Patriot League opener in Strasburg. For the Bee Diggers, 8 runs on 10 hits, 2 errors, and 6 left on base. 4 runs, 4 hits, no errors, 4 left on base for Strasburg. The winning pitcher in relief was Kyle Rosenbrock, as he went 5 innings, allowed just 1 hit, struck out 8, and walked none. And the loss in relief went to Angel Medrano. Time of the game, 2 hours and 3 minutes. The Bee Diggers fell behind in the opening inning on Tanner Fahey's RBI single, and then Strasburg scored 3 runs in the second as Brush committed 2 errors. Logan LeClaire with a run-scoring single made it 2-0, and then later on it was 4-0 on an RBI groundout from T.J. Franklin. But then Brush got it going in the 4th inning when Arnoldo Matos Garcia led off with a base hit. They had 7 hits in that frame. Oscar Soto had a 2-run single, making it 4-2. Nico Guzman and Mike Gutierrez with back-to-back RBI singles tied the game at 4. Guzman would score on a wild pitch as the Bee Diggers grabbed a 5-4 lead. Alec Peterson had a 2-run single as Brush went up 7-4, and then they closed out the scoring with Ryan Hirschfeld's sac fly, and Kyle Rosenbrock in the defense did the job from there as the Bee Diggers won by a score of 8-4. Brush is back in action coming up on Tuesday, 4 o'clock in Strasburg against the Indians. We'll have that game right here on 1010 as well as KSIR.com. We remind you, you can always follow us pitch by pitch at KSIRsports.com and on Twitter and Facebook at KSIR Sports for half-inning by half-inning updates. Outstanding job as always done by our sound engineer and producer Braden Godin. I'm John Beltran from Strasburg. The final score, the Bee Diggers 8 and the Strasburg Indians 4. We'll talk to you again on Tuesday right here on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.